All right, this is the review that we were working on for the test that we'll have on next time we have class. So this one, remember, it's in vertex form. So it's opposite of what's grouped. Same with the outside. So that's my vertex. So 2, -3, or 2, 3. And then remember my pattern graph, there's a 1 out front, so my pattern graph is still going to be 1, 3, 5. So I'm going to go right 1 up 1, left 1 up 1, right 1 up 3, left 1 up 3. There's my parabola. Notice this parabola does not cross the x-axis, which is fine, so there's no roots, but it does cross the y-intercept because of the pattern graph at 0, 7. And we would also get that if we plug 0 in here. You get 0 minus 2. Excuse me. So I'm going to get 0, comma, plug 0 in. -2 squared is 4. 4 plus 3 is 7. So 0, 7. So notice those match. All right, second problem. This is going to give me 6, 0. And this is going to give me 2, 0. So those are roots. So that gives me 2, 0 and 6, 0 as roots. Halfway in between these is going to be 4. So my axis of symmetry is x equals 4. Remember, I can find my vertex because I get 4, something. So 4 minus 6 and 4 minus 2. It's going to give me -2 times 2, which is -4. 4, -4. And my pattern graph, because there's a 1 up front, is going to be 1, 3, 5. So right 1 up 1, left 1 up 1, right 1 up 3, left 1 up 3. Notice it fell on the roots, which is fine. There's our parabola. Next problem, we have our a value being 1, our b value being -6, our c value being 8. So I'm going to use -b. So it's -6 over 2 times 1. So that's 6 over 2. So that gives me 3. So my axis symmetry is 3, not x, it's 3. So I know part of my vertex, I know my x component of my vertex is going to be 3. I'm going to take 3, plug it in, so 3 squared is 9, minus 18 plus 8, which is going to wind up giving us -1, so 3, -1 is here. My pattern graph is going to go ahead and be 1, 3, 5 because my a value is 1. So right 1 up 1, left 1 up 1. Hey, we found the root. So 4, 0 is a root, and 2, 0 is a root. And then right 1 up 3, left 1 up 3. So it looks like that. If I wanted to find the y-intercept, my y-intercept, because this is already worked out, is going to be 0, 8 is my y-intercept. So it would have been up there. Okay, this one is in vertex form. There's nothing added to it, so we'll put plus 0. So this is going to give me opposite here. So 1, same here, 1, 0. So this one, this is a root. It happens to rest on it. My vertex is going to be -1, -3, -5. It's opening down because that negative. So right 1, down 1, left 1, down 1. Hey, take a look. That's my y-intercept. My pattern graph identified it, 0, -1. And then right 1, down 3, left 1, down 3. And there's that. If I didn't know my y-intercept off the bat, I could plug 0 in to get my y-intercept, or plug it into my original. I'm going to get -0 minus 1 quantity squared, which is going to give me -1, which that shows that. This one we do in our vertex. It's going to be opposite inside, so that's 1. Same outside, so 1, -5, which is down here. My pattern graph is going to be at 2, 6, 10 because I have a 2 out front. So I'm going to go right 1 up 2, left 1 up 2. Hey, notice that? That's my y-intercept at 0, -3. And then I can go right 1 up 6, left 1 up 6. This particular one does not show our roots, so we don't know our exact values, which is totally fine, but we know it crosses the x-axis. This one's factored form, so this is going to give me -2, 0, which is a root. This is going to give me 2, 0, which is also a root. because it's where it crosses the x-axis. Halfway in between those is 0. So my vertex is going to live at 0 comma something. If I take 0 and plug it in, I'm going to get 0 plus 2 and 0 minus 2. So that's 2 times negative 2, which is negative 4, which is down here. My pattern graph will indeed be, because there's 1 up front, it's going to be 1, 3, 5. So I go right 1 up 1, left 1 up 1, right 1 up 3, left 1 up 3. There it is. Notice my vertex is also my y-intercept. So 0, negative 4 is my y-intercept as well. It happens to be the same as the vertex in this case. Okay, next page. All right, notice I have an a value of 2, a b value that's not there, so it has to be 0, and a c value of negative 8. So I'm going to get x equals negative b over 2a. So x equals negative 0 over 4, because 2 times 2, which is 0. So my axis of symmetry is right down the y-axis. If I want to find the rest of the vertex, plug it in. So I get 2 times 0 squared minus 8. 2 times 0 squared is 0. 0 minus 8 is negative 8. So 0, negative 8 is down here. And then I can pattern graph. My pattern graph, because that is a 2, is going to be 2, 6, 10. So I'm going to go right 1 up 2, left 1 up 2, right 1 up 6. Notice my pattern graph, what it found. Yeah, it found me my roots. I have a root there, which is 2 comma 0. I have a root here, which is negative 2 comma 0. And that's what's going to take place. Notice this is also my y-intercept. Okay, it's where it crosses the y-axis. So if you graph these appropriately, this is actually in vertex form. So this is going to give me 0, 0. There's a root. This is going to give me 4, 0. So I have a root here at 4, 0. I have a root here at 0, 0, and that's totally fine. Halfway in between those two is 2. So my axis of symmetry is x equals 2. So my vertex is going to be 2 comma something. We'll plug 2 back in. So I get negative 2 times 2 minus 4, which is negative 2 times negative 2, which is going to give me 4. So I get 2 comma 4. Because I had this negative out front, my pattern graph is going to be negative 1, negative 3, negative 5. So right 1, down 1, left 1, down 1, and right 1, down 3, left 1, down 3. So that fell on my roots, which is great. Notice this is also my y-intercept. You can see where it crosses the y-axis at 0, 0. Next problem, our a value is 1, our b value is negative 10, our c value is 24. So my y-intercept would be at 0 comma 24, so that's way off the graph. Okay, but my axis of symmetry is negative b over 2a, so I'm going to get negative 10 over 2 times 1. So that's going to give me 10 over 2, which is 5. So at 5 over here, then I can find the rest of my vertex. I'm going to plug 5 in. So this is going to give me 25, because 5 squared minus 50 plus 24. If I do that math, I'm going to wind up getting negative 1. So 5, negative 1, which is here. My pattern graph, because my a value is 1, my pattern graph will be 1, 3, 5. So right 1 up 1, hey, left 1 up 1. Found my roots. I get 6 comma 0 and 4 comma 0. Right 1 up 3, left 1 up 3. And there's my parabola. And again, my y-axis, my y-intercept is 0 comma 24, so it's way off the graph, so don't even worry about that one. All right, number 10, I get a equals 1, b equals negative 4, c equals negative 8. Because this is set up this way, I get 0, negative 8 is my y-intercept. So 0, negative 8 is down here. Remember, it's just a point. And then I'm going to get x equals negative b over 2a, which is negative 4 over 2 times 1. Negative 4 is 4. 4 over 2 is 2. So that's my axis of symmetry. Let's find the vertex. So if I plug 2 in, I get 4 minus 8 minus 8. So 4 minus 16. Oh, that came out to negative 12. Oh boy. 2, negative 12 is down here. As far as this one goes, I would say just graph it, because that's off our graph. Sorry about that. All right, this next one, a equals 2, b equals negative 4, c equals negative 2. That tells me my y-intercept is 0, negative 2. which is down here. Again, it's just another point. I'm going to do x equals negative b over 2a to get my axis of symmetry. So I get negative negative 4 over 2 times 2. Negative negative 4 is 4. 4 over 4 is 1. So there's my axis of symmetry. And get my vertex, 1 comma something. So 2 times 1 squared is 2. 4 times 1 is negative 4 minus 2. So that's going to give me 1 negative 4, which is down here. The pattern graph is going to be at 2, 6, 10 because of that 2. So right one up 2, found that. Left one up 2, right one up 6. 3, 4, 5, 6. Left one up 6. So I do have my y-intercept, which we said, which is right there, 0, negative 2. I don't know my roots because my pattern graph didn't show it. Last problem, my a value is negative 3. My b value is missing, so it's 0. My c value is 8. So I know my y-intercept is at 0, 8. So 0, 8's up here. And then my vertex is going to be negative b over 2a, which is 0, negative 0 over 2 times negative 3, which is just 0. So notice this is my axis of symmetry right on the y-axis, which is fine, which means that has to be my vertex. So that's the vertex and the y-intercept. And I can pattern graph. My pattern graph is going to be negative 3 times 135. So negative 3, negative 9, negative 15. So right one down 3, left one down 3, right one down 6, or down 9, excuse me. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Holy cow, that's way down there. Left one down 9. Okay, so there's my parabola. It doesn't show me my exact roots because the pattern graph didn't express it. But that's all you have. So make sure you watch this for your homework. Have a great day, everyone. Take care of one another.